Hey, what's up everybody and welcome back. As you can see, my scar is on the table and it's time to do a little modification to it. I bought this Mloc rail for her. It's by Kinetic Development. It's their Mloc MREX 2 rail. It doesn't come with this foregrip. I already installed it beforehand just so you know, it makes it a lot easier for me, but I might end up switching it around right now. I'm not too sure. And let me mention that I've never done this before, so this is not a how-to video. This is more like a let's see how to do it video. So yeah, this is I'm gonna just show you the way I'm gonna do it. It may work for you, it may not. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. But yeah, before we get to it, let me just tell you exactly what we're gonna need. T-tool, T25 bit, 2.5 hex. The hex is going to be for the Picatinny rail. This is going to be for the actual bolt for the barrel. Some Loctite. FN says to use a heat gun. Unfortunately, I don't have one, so I'm going to use my trusty lighter. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, so before we get started, I already checked the gun to make sure that it's clear. It's clear. The bolt's open. No magazine. So we're clear. Let me just, whoops. Send the bolt home. Bolt sent home. All right, so let's get to it right now. We'll start off by taking the lower receiver off. Just pop the pin out. Then from there, just lift up and push forward. Should come off. There it is. I'll set this to the side because we won't need this right now. Give me some more room because this table's pretty small. All right, from there, you just take off the stock. All you have to do is just apply pressure down and it should come right off. Let me try it this way just because it's a little easier like this. There it is. Stock is off. Set that to the side. Perfect. All right, now I forgot to mention beforehand on the non-reciprocating charging handles, if you've noticed right here in the very front, my charging handle is locked all the way forward. Usually they're not, they're just a tad bit behind in order to get it all the way forward to make the bolt carrier easier to come out. Just like how I did earlier, send the bolt home, or pull the charging handle all the way back and let it go. Don't walk it. And trust me, it'll make it a lot easier. All right, so let's do this right now. Let's remove the bolt carrier. Out she goes. Set that to the side as well. Give us some more room. All right, now from here, what you can do is just walk back the charging handle up until you get to this little notch right there. Once you get to that little notch, they're gonna wanna just come out. Both charging handles are out. Let's set them to the side. Oh yeah, and also they're interchangeable, so you can switch them out. So I don't wanna fully remove the little top part of the charging handle, so I won't. Hopefully that won't come back to bite me in the ass. We'll see though. All right, so for what's next, basically is you're gonna have to take off the bolts for the barrel, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's start with this one. Gonna break these loose and then fully loosen them up. Always apply some pressure because, man, the last thing you want to do is strip one of these. And I'm praying that I don't do that. Jesus Christ. Let's stand up for this one just to apply some pressure. All right. I'll just go ahead and loosen them all up. From what I heard is they have retainers so that the screw won't come completely off. So if it doesn't come all the way off, don't freak out. Right. All right. Now let's flip her around and repeat. Sorry, got a little quiet there. In the zone, focusing. But yep, the screws that hold the barrel on the side are basically all off. There it is. Now I just need this bottom one, but before I do that, I need to pull the whole barrel and the bottom pick rail out. So FN usually says to try hitting it with a rubber mallet. Don't have a rubber mallet on me, so I'll just slide it off. Oh wow, that came off a lot easier than what I thought it was. All right. Ta-da. Just gonna break it free. Break it free. Well, finish taking this one out completely. All right, well, that one fell through. Now just to remove it, it's off. Another thing is too that there's going to be these little square pieces. Do not lose these. If you ever want to go back to your old rail system, you're going to need it, and it's not going to be easy to get those things again. Trust me. Let me just set this a little more forward here. I don't know why I have a bolt right there. Get it out the way again. All right. Same process here. All right, the little retainer and the screw fell. Oh, this screw has a little bit of Loctite on it. Cool. Might end up reusing it. Maybe not. We'll see. All right. Off. There it is. Get that out of there. Get that little square piece out also. Keep them, remember. And since this is the 2.0 version, this little thing in here, just remove, take it off, get rid of it because you don't want it moving around in there. Don't know what it can cause, but don't want to find out. Okay, so this is the most crucial part of the whole disassembly / installation. So FN calls for the heat gun to be used on this bolt back here specifically only. Like I said, I don't have a heat gun, so I'm gonna heat this sucker up for about a minute and then use my good old T-tool, and hopefully everything goes well because I don't want to strip it. The reason why FN calls for a heat gun on this screw is because it's held on with a good amount of Loctite. The heat's obviously going to loosen up the Loctite and let this bolt come out a lot easier, because if you don't do that, you're definitely going to strip the bolt or screw. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's hope I did it right. I heated up for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Oh yeah. This was honestly the scariest part. Woo! Thank you, Jeebus. And obviously this thing is on fire, so don't touch it. Check it out, guys. I'm a gunsmith. The rail's actually pretty hot, and there it is. This is literally the hardest part of the whole installation. Yeah. All right, so Kinetic Development gave hardware also, supplied some hardware, should I say. So I'm gonna end up using those instead of the FN ones. I'm gonna leave everything FN with FN and use Kinetic Development with Kinetic Development. All right, so now that I got everything off, oh yeah, you're gonna you're gonna grab your rail, the new rail, slide it into place, and basically this bottom screw right here is going to match up with this hole down here, and that's what's going to hold your barrel in place. Now that she's on there, FN wants you to torque it down. Although I don't have a torque wrench, so I'm gonna go by the good old by the good old German measuring unit, Guten tight. So when she's Guten tight, I know that she's in. Let's do another one for good measure. Although I gotta be careful not to strip it, because then that'll be a bad time for me. So there it is. She's ready to be slid on. Wink, wink. Nice. Okay. So now basically, well, actually she's not ready to be slid on. I'm sorry. Very sorry. So basically what I got to do now is, well, actually, yeah. See? Not a how-to. This is just what I'm going to be doing. So now that she's ready, slide her back on in. Make sure that, again, these screws right here are popped out, because if not, you're going to have a bad time. Slide the rail in and then put on the remaining screws. All right, so that little channel's right here. Slide her into that little channel. It's going to be interesting. Slide this bad boy all the way in, as far as she can go. She's in. Make sure the screws align right there and right there. And now she's ready to be screwed on. Okay, so I already got the other one started. Well, the first one, should I say. And yeah, I put Loctite on it, just a little dash, just to be on the safe side. So I'm just gonna finish, not fully seating it all the way in, but just leaving it there right now. And then gonna start on the other side. Let's hope this side isn't as tricky, because the other one was pretty hard to get it in. It's a little bit of Loctite already. All right. Will same thing, felt a little bit of resistance, and I don't want to strip this, so there you go. There you go. Just had to talk to her a little bit. I'm not going to fully tighten it down right now, just because I want to tighten all these other ones down. Make sure that everything's in place also. Just gonna set them in. I'm not gonna fully tighten them, just because I want to make sure everything goes in nice and perfect. Don't want anything going in lopsided. All right. Flip it around. Let me just get this Loctite out of the way because this is just bad news waiting to happen. And like how I said, since I don't have a torque wrench, I'm going to go by the good old German measurement units of Gudentite. And we'll go from there. Okay. All right, flip it around again and then fully tighten everything. But the way I'm gonna come about it is from the back here, front here, then the middle. You can choose to tighten it any way you want. Go for it. This is just my method. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of oomph behind it just to make sure it's good and tight. All right. Same thing here. Good and tight. All right. Now that the rail's on, she's basically done. Not really. Now we just got to reverse the process and put the rest of her back together. Okay. All right. Got the little charging handles. And I'm going to put the charging handles the way exactly they were. All right. Now just slide this sucker all the way forward. To make it easier on you, just jam it all the way forward until you hear that click and it's resting all the way there. It's going to make it a lot easier to put on your bolt carrier group. Here's a bolt carrier group. Just throw this sucker on in. Slide that sucker on in. Lift up. Bolt carrier group is in. Nice. Okay. Good old stock. Stock is on. Lower. Lower is on. And she's just about done. Very nice. Very nice. Awesome. Now let's sweep, flip it around just so you can see moving. Perfect. Nice. Well, yeah, that's basically it. This is the way I did it. You can choose to do it this way or not. It's all up to you. I just wanted to share the experience with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Perfect. Gotta love that multicam. You don't see it that often. It looks good. Looks good. All right, you guys, as always, thanks for watching. Be safe. Peace.